Kaiser here, and today, in honor of Fairy Tail's last season, I am bringing you a custom of the Demon Dragon Lord, the Salamander of Fairy Tail, Mr. END himself, Natsu dragneel. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite and best customs so far, so let's get into it. The base figure is made out of a Figma archetype He, which at first I thought was going to be too bulky for Natsu, since Natsu's proportions are very cut and lean like Luffy, but it actually turned out pretty well. I'm glad I used this this figure for it. So yeah, for the head, it's the basic Figma archetype He head. All I really did was paint it to look like Natsu and sculpted the hair over it. And at first I thought the hair didn't look right, since Natsu's hair is kind of hard to do, but as you can see, I think I did a pretty good job of it. Here's the back too. For the torso and the arms, actually, the torso's fine. As you can see, I also painted on his abdomen scar, and if you can see on the neck, let me take the scarf off. I also painted the scar when he fought Rogue Chenny, I think that's how you say it. I didn't want to make the scar on his cheek, if you know where he got that one, so I just decided to paint those two on. There we go. So yeah, for the arms, if you can blatantly see, I actually had to change, well, not really change, but I had to fix the arms in some way, because usually when I buy like these Figma archetype He kind of like knockoffs or cheaper ones, they usually stay intact, but not this one. Like, as you can see, the elbow joint broke off, so I had to fix that by using wire and tape so I could just keep the articulation. And for this shoulder, it was stuck for some reason and it broke on me, so I had to take an entirely different joint from another figure just to make this one, because like with this one it just wouldn't go out to the side. So yeah, another thing is that, as you can see, I also made the scarf, which is just a piece of cloth that I painted to look like Natsu's scarf. And for the vest, I actually got this technique from another YouTuber, Paper Patriot, who makes paper models. What he did for his Charlotte Katakuri paper action figure is that he pretty much folded a piece of paper over the body to get the right shape of the jacket. So that's what I did for Natsu. I just made the shape first, put some tape over it, and then painted it. I think it turned out pretty well. You can see the back chipping away. So yeah, for his little skirt piece, I'm gonna call it, it's made out of cloth and Velcro, so it is removable. You can also see that I sculpted over his legs to make the pants. You can also see that I made his little pants flaps. I don't know, but yeah, I made those. For his shoes, another thing about the figure is that it came with two different types of shoes. Not shoes, feet. One of them that had toe articulation and the other one that didn't. And I just decided to let him have the ones that didn't have toe articulation, so it would just be easier to sculpt over. So yeah, again, it turned out pretty good. Ooh. And actually, for some accessories that he comes with two gripping hands and two open palm hands, because every Figma archetype He comes with that. And since I wanted to give him something related to fire, I made like two fire fist attacks. You can see that there is clay under both of them. So what I pretty much did was I took a piece of clay, molded it over his hand, let it dry, then took it out. Then I attached all these flame pieces from a Human Torch figure, and yeah, pretty much made little fire effects. You can see that I painted this one, but I didn't paint that one. So they do fit into the fisted hand, like this. You can see that they work pretty well. So yeah. Now for articulation, it's... Ooh. Sorry about that. It's pretty simple. His head can go up that high, down that far, side to side. It does kind of get away because of the vest. Not too bad. Can kind of go side to side. But yeah. His arms can... Oh. Yeah, this one also kind of pops out. Not too bad. His arms can go out to the side. This one has a different bicep swivel because I had to cut into it. Both of them do have a bicep swivel. A single jointed elbow that reaches more than 20 degrees. 90, sorry, I just woke up. A wrist swivel. And a wrist hinge. He has a torso crunch, an ab crunch that reaches pretty far forward and pretty far back. He also has a waist swivel. For his legs, they can go out that far. They can't really go back because of the skirt. They can't go out to the side. They have a thigh swivel. Another single jointed elbow that reaches better than 90. He has a ankle hinge. Ankle hinge. Somewhat of a swivel. And an ankle pivot. So yeah. This Natsu is pretty good, but I realized that I was missing something and I didn't know what for the longest time. But then I figured it out. Yes. That's right, I also made Natsu's best friend, Happy. And for Happy, just like Natsu, he was kind of easy to do. So yeah, the base figure is a Sonic the Hedgehog Tails action figure. It's one of the classic Tails, and I thought that would be good for Happy because, well, that version of Tails does kind of look like a cat and the proportions seem right, so that's what I went with. Yeah. So for his head, starting off with that, what I did was I cut off Tails' tufts of fur on his cheeks. Yeah, I did that, and I pretty much sanded down and re-sculpted over it to make Happy's whiskers, and then repainted the head. And I thought, at first, I thought that it didn't look like Happy, but now looking at it, it actually does. I really do like it. Yeah. For his main body, it's mostly a repaint, just the arms and the... Sorry. The main body, the legs, and the arms are mostly just a repaint. But for the hands and feet, well, for the hands, I cut off Tails' glove cuffs and drilled a deeper hole into the hand to pretty much just give him normal looking hands without gloves. I know that they're supposed to be more like paws, but I did want Happy to have like gripping hands in case I give him a fish. I don't have fish. And for his feet, all I really did was take off the shoes and sculpted over the little pegs. So yeah, I made his little feet, and I also made little paw details on the bottom. Moving on to the back, very carefully. The tail is made out of a pipe cleaner, so it's flexible. And I know it's like the wrong shade of blue, but that's what I had at the time. There's this little backpack pouch. And for the wings, and this one's falling off, they're actually made out of Lego. And if you can see there, I'll get to that. Yeah, they're actually made out of Lego. And what I did was I drilled into them, put a peg through them. I also drilled into the figure to make holes. And that's how I got these wings so that Happy could fly. I'm gonna take them off so I can show you some other details. Nope, this little pouch came off. Actually, sorry. So yeah, I made the Happy's fairy tale mark, and come to think of it, I also did that for Natsu. They were really tiny they were really tiny details, but I do like how they came out. So yeah. You can see this is just what Happy looks like without the pouch. There it is. So there we go. Again, I really like how Happy came out, and for a bit of a height comparison between Natsu, if I can get him to stand, you can see that Happy he's pretty much shorter than Natsu, but I do like how it looks. I think it fits. And for some other comparisons to other figures, starting with Figma, here he is standing next to my custom Figma Sakura, and you can see that Sakura is shorter than Natsu by quite a bit. Here, well, let me move Happy really quick. Here he is standing next to Kirito, and you can see that Natsu towers over him somewhat. Here he is standing next to Goku and Naruto. You can see that Goku stands taller than him, but he is taller than Naruto, as you can see. For the last two, here he is standing next to Luffy, pretty much the guy who's a concept for Natsu. And here he is standing next to an Incineroar, if I can get him in the shot. So yeah, you can see that Luffy is smaller than Natsu, and Incineroar and Natsu kind of stand at the same height. So yeah. Get Happy back here. So yeah, this was my custom Happy and Natsu. And again, I really like how these two came out. They're definitely some of my favorite customs so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed them too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.